Today I have 3 hostages with me. The first one is the amazing builder of last week's episode of Terra. Here's BongoHardwood.
Hello.
And the second hostage is the hopefully terrified builder of next week's build, TheBasicBuilder.
Hello.
And then a surprise third hostage is Beezy, the mastermind behind the scenes.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
So, how are you guys doing? And especially you, Basic, since you have to follow this one up.
I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm not scared. It's a challenge, but it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm just glad I was last week, not next week.
Yeah, Basic got the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
He's somehow always after me.
Well, following you, yeah, I guess I always get the short end of the stick.
Oh yeah, and yeah, what you're seeing right now is basically Terra Central. I built a giant, well, not giant, well, sort of giant city
You can say
center.
giant. I'm sure you can say giant.
Yeah, and I already told Bongo, Basic, and Beezy this, but this went through 3 iterations, each one getting just larger and larger because I felt challenged by, well, both LionRider and Dan to build something huge and tall. So a tiny square, or at least like the first version of this square was only the centering, but then building something next to it that's basically a skyscraper will just make everything look tiny. Even still, this version still looks tiny next to the skyscraper. That's definitely taller than Dan's build, so yes, I am winning the war.
The competition is alive.
Yeah. And
I'm very excited to see what you've got here because you've hyped it up a lot, and I'm sure you are not going to disappoint.
well, I in a way disappointed myself because again, this went through 3 iterations. I really hoped I was much farther along than I actually am, because I only built, well, 1 skyscraper and 2 high rises, and I'm not actually even going to show you guys building the skyscraper. I'm just going to build the last high rise that I built, which I'm just going to preface this entire video by saying, or preface that we're already in the video. Also, hey, I'm a little bit loopy because somebody bit through his lip 2 days ago and is now on pain medication. So
Yeah, not good.
yes. So I'm also probably, I actually don't know if I sound any different. Hopefully not.
No, you sound the same to me.
Yes. So I'm only loopy from the pain medication. But what was I talking about beforehand, actually?
I have no clue, but I'm
Something about a
curious.
skyscraper? I
Oh
can't-
yeah. Only one thing is rectangular in this entire build, and I hate myself for building all of these round things. Which, in a way, is even more of just a kind of a middle finger towards LionRider, because he doesn't like building round things, and this entire video is just round. So
You've gone for round and triangles, which are like the hardest things.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then also trying, for some reason, this fountain, it's just impossible. Like, you will see this for, I think, another minute, trying to make this work, because I want it half submerged and it just doesn't work. It's just,
Because of the height of it.
yeah, it's always either too low or the entire area is flooded.
I hate that.
So it was fun, and also then to try and put a globe over it, because hey, it's me. If I can't build something that's floating, then it's not a Poisonblade build. Because,
That's true.
well,
All right, so this is a fountain.
Yep. Although this is an old well, actually no, this is the right version. Again, like there's so many iterations of this square that I don't even know anymore which one I'm showing right now. I think this is the one that we ended up going with, but this wasn't even the most painful thing. The high-rise that I'm going to show you is the most painful because it's round and also triangles, which are also in a way round. I've made round triangles.
Yeah, little pie shapes. It looks good though. Very modernistic, futuristic looking so far.
Oh yeah. Thanks for also reminding me. All of you guys now are free to build as futuristic as you want, because I think Terra Nova with this build is now like 100 years in the future, because well, we have a floating globe.
Yeah, it definitely seems like we've advanced quite a bit from a couple of little sheds and basic little buildings.
Yeah. Like I was so happy when I saw Dan's animal hospital, because it was the first thing on Terra Nova that was tall. Like beforehand we always had like the smaller, low to the ground paths and buildings. And so in a way I hate Dan because he wants to build something taller than me. In a way I also love him because otherwise my skyscrapers would have come out of nowhere.
Yeah. That structure is amazing.
And then, yeah.
It hurts my brain just to look at it, so.
It hurts my brain, my soul, and everything.
This is pretty ridiculous, actually.
Yeah.
It's one of those lovely, unnecessarily... I can't even think of the word. It's unnecessary, but it's cool.
It's non-functional.
Yeah.
But
well, we needed a giant square, and I actually looked everything up. I wanted to build like this 2 small moons of Mars as well. But after building this globe, I was just like, screw it, I'm not building another globe thing. Also, the moons of Mars have this really weird shape. They are not round, they are more egg-shaped, so no, that was not going to happen. Oh, and here's the biggest bit. You can also see here that
oh my god,
I
skipped over a lot.
Yeah, you did. Jesus.
You do.
I also, this is just completely like, I'm not, well, I will probably show it to you guys in the live portion. I am trying to include all of the builders and just all of the members of the project in like advertisements throughout the square. So Bongo, you are now the, well...
Oh god. What is
you
it?
You have a motorcycle company.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Bolt has a... Well, it's a fashion company. I first wanted to go strip club.
Only the essentials on Mars, right?
Yeah. And I know for sure that LionRider, I'm probably going to make him like... I don't know, he just reminds me of like hard liquor. Something like that. And Beezy, you're probably going to be... I always just think of Beezy Beats, so you're going to probably be something related to music.
Hey, that works for me.
So, also, I might want to challenge both you, Beezy, and Syrrael to try and make interiors for this, because it's an entire shopping mall worth of interiors that could be here.
Yeah, that's a lot of interior, but I mean, we can make an attempt.
Yeah, I already blocked out this high rise because I was just like, I might give you guys an entire shopping mall. I'm not going to give you guys a skyscraper because that might be asking a little bit too much. Oh yeah, and there are the rounded triangle bits that
Yeah.
somehow just
Jeez.
I see what you mean about how much of a headache it gave you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I'm getting frustrated.
yeah. And all in all, I think like the amount of footage that I had I had to pick out from was like 12 hours of footage trying to, and I'm already very, well, what's the word? Very picky about what I record and don't record. So it's sometimes a miracle if I end up with like 2 hours worth of footage. So 12 hours was just insane.
Yeah.
And I
That's a
recorded
lot.
every one of those high rises. This is just the most painful one. So I was just like, people want to see me suffer, so let's put that in the video.
Well, you do like pain, though, right?
Yeah. This is, though, the first video where I'm in actually physical pain and not just mental pain. The only thing that I still need to check off is being drunk.
Oh.
Actually, scrap that, I have been drunk on video. Shit. So, Silver is going to love this video.
Well, this is unreal.
Yeah.
I got my work cut out for me, so
Yeah,
you know,
because you have to follow this up, so expectations are very high. So,
don't get your hopes up.
I suppose the good thing is now that you've done this, we can literally pretty much do whatever we want. So
Exactly.
at least we're not restricted in that aspect.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're not restricted by like realism or like what could be possible, because by this point, like, I did so much weird research for these builds of like what could be possible, and like everybody's like expectations or like what they think is going to happen doesn't extend beyond 40 years. After 40
Yeah.
years, nobody knows what's going to happen. So going for 100 years in the future, if you want to build, you have built a robot, so we already have a kind of an inkling of what you're going to build. But if you want to make the Death Star, that you could do that, probably.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at this and just trying to figure out what in the world I'm going to do this weekend. Because
It's going
right
to be
now,
fun.
yeah, it's like I said, I'm up for the challenge. It's intimidating, obviously, but because this is just unreal of what we're looking at right now. But I'll see what I've got in my little magic hat.
And also, just again to say this, Bongo, how happy are you that you're not after me?
Oh yeah. I thought my transport hangar was difficult, but this is another level.
Yep.
I've got quite a few weeks now to prepare.
I
Although
have 4.
I'm interested to see what comes next
I think I've
Yeah, me too.
now that you've done this.
Well, the lucky thing is, I'm probably just going to be contained to this area because it's such a large thing. It's not even 1/3 of the way done. Maybe at most
Yeah.
it's 1/3 of the way done. So you guys have free reign of the map. Besides,
This is your
this
kingdom
part.
now.
Yeah. And I already have like the references and everything that I need to build my. Well, it's not just a space elevator, it's also just like the entire like hub of Terra Nova, which is, it's actually probably not going to be building wise taller than the skyscraper. Just the elevator part will just, I'm going to see how high the building limit in Planet Zoo is, because again, this is not even the tallest skyscraper that I built. The tallest is
All right. So
basically
how
just a
high have you
chimney.
gone so far?
How high I've gone?
Yeah.
120 meters, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a scale that I
You-
never build on.
I again, Dan made me feel challenged. You don't challenge a Poisonblade because terror ensues. Also, LionRider or Nick, well, he didn't actually challenge me, but I just felt challenged. Dan and I are in an open war. Me and Nick are in a cold war that is probably just only on my end, but it's there. So, yeah, I'm now like this. These are the final things, so we're going to move into the live version, walking around this area, which I'm going to break the illusion that this looks good. Here is my mental anguish for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it's amazing.
Yeah, this is unreal.
I keep zooming in and yeah, it's this is the reason why I haven't been well, I've basically been a hermit for the last 2 weeks. Is there still an outside?
Yeah, you can see why.
Yep.
It's like the skyscrapers and
Beautiful.
such are fun and such. I'm just really interested in showing you guys the advertisements for some reason. I spent the entire morning just trying to like get the right pictures to make into advertisements, and then also try to in a way references you guys' names
Yeah.
in a way that would be on an advertisement or an advert.
Nice.
And
Very cool.
Yeah, that wall, these walls right here with the glass is amazing.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
the
patience.
ones on the brown tower, the
No,
chimney.
down on the
I'm
tower.
just
down
going
on
to
the-
call it the
yeah.
chimney now.
Jeez, man.
And here is how I'm going to torment Beezy and Syrrael. This could all be
Let's see.
turned into shops.
Wow.
And I even left these towers open. So only that one is closed off. So Beezy, if you want to torture yourself, you could actually try and furnish a skyscraper.
What would you even put in there?
Trees.
Right?
Yeah, did you envisage these as
walls?
people to live in, or for like office blocks?
Yeah,
or
like what would be office buildings, living areas?
I mean,
I don't
this is
even know.
probably living
Okay.
areas because I actually tried to make sure that it had like enough square space to be a livable area inside. Because I thought I could build much bigger, but then I wanted to have a second level basically to the square. And then my buildable area became much smaller. Also, Bongo, here's your motorcycle company.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Faster, stronger, smarter. I like it.
And I think we all recognize
cool
from
images.
Bolt's advertisement how I could have gone. Well, actually, I had another picture which could have been turned into a strip club. Then I need to run around because I also included basic in some way. Also, again, I'm very pessimistic about the world in 100 years because I'm saying here that 80% of the earth is flooded. And that the US has fallen apart, and I probably didn't spell Californian correctly. I'm not known for grammar or spelling, so I am weirdly positive that like Europe is going to be one country at the end of like 100 years for some reason. And also, next Terra Nova builder, terrified.
Nice.
That is a nice touch. I like that.
That is. Very nice.
I'm probably in like every episode or in between just going to change this news for ridiculous headlines. And here to break the immersion, because as soon as you get from the square, it's just empty, buildings are floating.
Half a job.
But then, yeah, I think I've, for 2 weeks' worth and with the skill of this build, well, actually, I had to include him. He is here now.
Yes. Yep.
Is it bad that I forgot the name of my own creation?
Fred.
Do you remember what his name was?
Is it Fred?
Yeah, Fred.
Is this Fred? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey Fred. Hey Fred, how are you?
Then, just to scratch Basics' brain again. Not there. Where is it? There. Do you remember his name?
Floating Fred. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'd have to go back into the videos and figure it out.
All right, and then, well, again, to make the USA even more angry, I also said that New York is flooded. I just needed to mention that. But now...
Or lighting.
Oh wow.
Nice.
All right, Floating Fred is a little bit
that
too
is-
bright. Floating Fred looks like he's melting. But yeah, you're going to
This
see
looks
this
good.
throughout.
Very nice.
Where am I going through? Oh, there. Let's just say I was very inspired by Cyberpunk.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, that lighting is perfect.
Mm.
And also, that's the worst advertisement because it's shining right into this tower. So those people, like, if this is going to be like any kind of livable area, those people are going to be annoyed.
Well, I mean, if you think about Times Square, though, actually in New York, there's billboards everywhere, so that's nothing.
And we here in the Netherlands don't really have such stuff. We have boundaries and, well, I wanted to say standards, but that's also debatable.
The way the sunlight is, or not sunlight, but the moonlight is hitting that one building. Also, it looks the round. Yeah, keep going to the left. The other building. There you go.
Yeah.
The way it's hitting that right there is awesome.
Oh, and I
like the
needed
way
to.
that hits it.
This is a question for, well, both you guys and for everybody watching. I need names for companies, like corporations, to put on this, well, especially this building. I just from the vibe of this building, it just feels like some kind of cutthroat corporation that just is like a lot of corruption and such. Somehow ended on Terra Nova, maybe to, get away from laws on, well, is there much law in or on Earth if 80% of it is flooded?
This is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Lawlessness.
There's grass sticking through the square.
It's really nice. I love the paths and stuff and the different levels
Yep.
that you've done.
Yep.
Yeah,
this
and
looks
again, everything
really,
is
really good.
round.
Mm.
Everything. So, again, take that, LionRider. Take that. I want to burn your spaceship as well. I'm sorry, but I think he already mentioned it himself that he doesn't like the look of it.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at it from over here now. Yeah, it's not the most
I mean, you're just
pleasing on the
sitting on a
eye.
bench here. You're in a tree. Well, you actually don't see it too much because fountain.
Yep.
Though that
Maybe
wasn't
we'll convert
intentional.
it into some sort of Terra Nova museum or something.
Or burn it.
Use it for
Yeah.
parts.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead. I agree with burning it. That works good for me.
I also need to like relocate most of the stuff here, so
Yeah, a lot of
I'm-
stuff is moved.
I'm going out of boundaries a lot. Also, I deleted the spaceship.
Yes. And the crazy monster on the hill, right? With all the
Well,
yeah, the
yeah, I
spider
needed to
thing.
make space for my space elevator. That's eventually going to be on this end. Damn it, tree. But yeah, that's basically what I've done for 2 weeks.
It's great. Well done.
Yeah. Yep. It
Now
looks
I'm
very, very good.
probably going to go back into hiding because I have another. I don't know if I was just arrogant or dumb, but I tried to get back onto the schedule as quick as possible to finish this build. So, in I think 4 weeks, I will be back, probably crying because I'm not. Like, I hope I'm going to be able to finish it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you need a little
Yeah.
rest.
Yep. Yep.
no, rest is for the weak. I need at least 5 more high rises though. But then this one was built in like 2 hours, so. So
That's not bad actually.
for well, I actually that's going to be the end of the video. So next week, Basic, you're taking over. I
Yeah.
gave
Thank
you
you.
some very big shoes to fill, or well, a very big shadow probably. A shadow
Yep.
of 120 meters, to be precise.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, so that's going to be it for today's video for Terra Nova this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, there's a like and subscribe button if you want to see more. And there's a notification button, but that one will start working when I stop building skyscrapers. So that's probably never. See ya, guys.
Bye.
Bye.